Exit the vehicle.
Get fucked.
Exit the vehicle, Mr. Williams. Do it now.
No!
What's the matter with you? The monster! It's here in the house! Are you out of your mind?
Still going steady, aren't we? We could crouch in my basement.
Allow me to introduce myself.
You're locked in with the basement dweller, hosted by your boy Jacob, the man at Charles Santoro.
You're blabbering about unnecessary stuff. Cut it out.
Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button to get all the updates from the channel too.
Tell me what your hand's doing over that button first.
But for now, just kick back and lounge out, cause they got a fresh one delivered to your system right here.
Alright.
Dun 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 dun. We are back. We're back. Finally, I took 2 weeks off. Felt horrendously depressed about it when I thought I'd feel good about it. But we're back, baby. Christian's back, and we hopefully have a camera on him. Finally, look at him. That's what he looks like. Everybody, just like me, but a little bit more brown.
They've seen me before.
Oh yeah, it's all the people who watch this are just know who we are. So you know. And Blast from the Past. This is Kim. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
You are my mom? She's my mom?
That's what it says here, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're my mom.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mom.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's a lot cooler now, huh? Got the whole setup now.
Yeah, this was cool.
This time I promise it's not going to cut off 45 minutes in
Okay.
like our last one. So how awesome was that? I've always wanted to be tasered.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get one.
Did you do it?
Let's do it on your show.
Get tasered on my show?
I'm not going to do it. I'll tase you.
Oh, that
Dude.
okay.
I'll tase you both.
Can you get one of those? Can you get one of those like shooting ones, or is that like kind of like a police?
I think those are only police issue, but you can get one of the little pokey ones.
I
more-
have one.
I don't want to do it right now.
Oh, I don't have it with me, but I'm saying I have one.
Mom, you should always have it with you.
I
Gotta
know.
be careful.
I have a knife.
There you go. I'm more afraid of the up close and personal than I am the shooting one.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like it's just scarier if like because it feels like you're getting stabbed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny when Emily and I go out, like if we're gonna go shopping at night or something, I bring that, right? And so like we'll walk to the parking lot. If I see anybody shady, I'll be like, I'll just carry it in my hand and I'll be like, brr, brr. And she's like, stop it, you're embarrassing me. I'm like, nobody's gonna fuck with us now because they know I got it.
So we have a big ass can of bear mace by my bed.
Really?
Because I don't have a gun, so it's just like and I had bear mace, so I've always like I feel like everyone just like as soon as you have like a home defense weapon of any kind, you're like try something, motherfucker, like fucking try me, bitch.
Bear mace.
You know, if you were to, let's say if someone does break into your house and makes it into your room, and you blasting them with bear mace, you would mace you,
The whole room.
Allie, and all of your cats.
Oh shit! Is it like just a big bomb?
You guys would all just go down.
Yeah. And the intruder, like fall on your bed.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get some. We've been thinking about getting a gun. Allie really wants one.
Yeah.
You've been getting into it recently.
Yeah.
I wish I would have locked those videos in. That would have been fun to watch.
Oh,
You've
watching
been,
us shoot.
you've been shooting recently.
Yeah.
You've been going quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's more so for home protection and stuff, you know. By myself.
So you
now.
don't want like any like crazy like you don't want like a big old assault rifle, right?
No, I don't need that.
You're gonna shoot an automatic one soon, aren't you?
I have
You
up
did?
there with friends.
Did you shoot it already? Like the
Yeah,
how'd it feel?
it felt. It was pretty good.
It's like Rambo, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
I'm gonna do it again.
Have you ever shot an automatic weapon before?
I have not.
It's illegal, right?
I don't think.
Depends on who you ask.
Or redacted. Don't worry, we're not saying.
Depends on who you ask.
names.
They find ways around everything.
Right. I've heard of like ways where you can like push the stock back and it does that.
Yeah, like a bump stock.
Yeah, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun. I had a lot of fun.
It was fun.
You know what really freaks me out though is that I'm always just like the fact of what it is just
Mm-hmm.
terrifies the shit out of me. So it's just like you have fun, but it's almost like that adrenaline wears off.
Right.
And now I'm like, okay, now this is kind of like serious again. Because I never want to like be in it. Obviously, I don't like those weirdos that are just like, oh man, give me a reason. You know,
Yeah.
Give me a reason. Like I don't ever want. And that's the one that freaks me out.
That's
It's
what's
like,
scary. But you know, the funny thing is like everybody's like, oh yeah, you get somebody up in your face, you know, you could shoot them. And I'm like, well, what if you don't have guns? I go, because I carry that really sharp knife. I go, I have no problem stabbing somebody. Get personal.
Some of those are pretty crazy too. Does Aiden still collect those?
Oh yeah, he has a crap ton of
Dude,
them.
there are some.
Loves them.
I think you showed me one, right? That's like those switchblades where you just push a button, it like just skyrockets out of it, doesn't it?
Like literally
Yeah, they make
launches
those,
from the.
No, it just shoots up really fast. So it's like you could just.
Well, there are some where it comes out of the handle, like it rotates out of the handle, and there's some where it's like it's like spring loaded inside and it comes out
Oh, like the old like
like a stiletto.
West Side
or
Story.
whatever.
Yeah.
Want a rumble? knife?
Yeah, those kind of things.
Yeah.
It almost sounds scary to get hit with one of those than it does a
One
gun
I have
sometimes.
just like you hold it and you flick it out. It's real sharp.
Try me, fucker.
I saw one where it was like the blade on it was like curved. It was like a triangle shaped blade and it curved like a spear.
Slice somebody's neck.
And you put a CO2 cartridge in the handle, and what it does is when you stab someone, you push a button and it blasts an air pocket into their guts.
Holy
Bye-bye.
shit.
When you stab them, and you just mutilate their entire inside.
What is that for?
For
That's like
Fuck
ninja
around,
stuff.
find out.
That's like
That's not like okay, I stabbed you, get away from me. I just blew out your stomach.
that's you don't have insides anymore.
that's like something you'd see in a Kill Bill scene.
Yeah, dude, that's
that
fucking
they'd use.
scary. Some of those are really crazy. But about this kind of thing, so I'm assuming this guy, I mean, yeah, I see all the guys in the back. It's like training, right? They all have to do this, don't they?
I like his scenario.
Yeah. Fuck
you, cop.
That was pretty funny. Go ahead and play it.
I need you to exit the vehicle.
Get fucked.
Yeah, that was personal flair.
Do it now.
No!
Pause it. Yeah, dude. I feel like that's exactly what I think. It's that part that I'm worried about. Is I feel like I'm gonna get embarrassed because I'm gonna go like, and then like fall, you know what I mean?
Pee yourself.
Isn't the point of a taser? Doesn't it just like condense all of your muscles at one time? It's kind of
Yeah,
like
you just contract. You like just tighten up and go down.
It's like a stimulant. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
ugh. That feels so.
I mean,
scary.
you know it's coming, but you don't know when it's going to come. So that's
Yeah, I thought they did like the ones where they like hold you and then like they put it in your back. I didn't know that they did a scenario. I do find it funny that he was like, I'm going to say fuck you.
Yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, you got to have fun.
yeah, of course. I mean, if you're about to get tased,
You're like role playing a situation here, you know?
I don't know. Maybe that would be fun.
I'd be like, am I being detained?
oh yeah,
What am I being pulled over for?
just my window's not rolled down.
Because I'm black, sir.
No, I'll not show you my driver's license.
I'm gonna wait. Hold on a second. I'll just put my phone. It's on the imaginary dash. All right, go ahead. I don't know, man. It looks fun until it's your turn. I guess that's like
Yeah.
the way that I look at it. Like,
I guess so.
The way I look at it, it's what 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10 seconds of pain, and then it's
well, I
over.
wonder is it 10 seconds of pain or does it stop as soon as it's
Can't you just keep?
You could keep giving it to him, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, if
because
your
those things
friends wanted to have
they
fun.
shoot into you, right?
Yeah, it shoots little barbs. Attached to like copper wires or something like that.
when
That you
they're
know,
launched
the part,
in you.
The part that scares me more than the actual getting tased is oh, that was so cute.
I know. I was like the
You
same
guys-
time. Cheers,
like,
Bubba.
Oh,
Mother and son, you guys just both drank a White Claw at the same time. No, yeah, what scares me most is because like you saw how he got shot in the back, right, with the barbs, and they're like like an inch long. And
yeah,
then
but
he
they're
fa-
super thin, right?
Yeah, but then he falls on his back.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Play it
Are
again.
those
Play
barbed like fish hooks?
It's like a spear hook, so it's like straight, and then it's like a.
oh,
it's
so when
not-
they
it's
pull
not
them out, it
round, it's
hurts.
just
Like
yeah,
a freaking
it's just
fish
a
hook.
barb.
Play it again at the part right where he's about to get smacked up. Yeah, I want to see that again. That noise is so funny. Oh my god, the way he falls. Go ahead.
I need you to exit the vehicle.
Get fucked.
Exit the vehicle, Mr. Williams. Do it now.
No!
Oh yeah,
He's wearing his own GoPro on his head.
is he?
I think he's got a GoPro on his head. What is that?
No.
Maybe he actually
Yeah,
got tased
like-
in the front.
Like there looked like there was a
Pause
camera.
it. Oh
It looked
yeah.
like there's a camera on the other side of his head. I'm like, what is he like filming the reaction from when he falls or
I don't know. That sounds like in a very safe environment like this sounds fun, but I
Yeah,
feel
they're
like
training. They're probably like
the
officers
only
or something,
situation I can
obviously.
see myself getting this done is around like a bonfire with my fucking 9 other drunk friends. Like I have a taser. Like you want to get like, yeah, dude.
Each other.
if I was camping with Jacob, I wouldn't even do it at a bonfire. I'd wait till you were sleeping
Oh my god.
and then just sneak in the tent and like barb them.
Oh. Yeah, fuck that, dude. So you've never been. I don't know why I would think that you've been tased.
No.
You have the passionate fire of like a very angry small woman. So
yeah,
I've
but
just
no.
all the stories you've told me about like like old LA and like going
Yeah.
out in Hollywood. I'm surprised you've never.
No, that was just breaking bottles on curbs and threatening people I was going to stab them with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm a stud.
That's
I'm
right.
ballsy.
That's wait. So what happened there?
That's when me and Chrissy would sneak out and go with our older friend. He had a Volkswagen Scirocco.
Oh,
And,
sick.
Right? And he drove us to Hollywood, and we'd go out late nights, whatever. And coming out of a club, and these two chicks were messing with us. And you guys probably don't remember, but Coca-Cola used to sell these little nubby, stubby bottles that had like a, what do you call that shit? Styrofoam like wrapping around them.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, they were kind of nubby, so the neck was only like this long. But that's all I had. So these girls were fucking with my sister, and my friend Dina was like, "Come on, let's go." And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "What you gonna do?" And whatever transpired. And I took that little nub by the neck, and I broke the. Well, I had already peeled the styrofoam off, but I broke it. I'm like, "Come on!" I didn't care.
Oh,
But
give me a reason, bitch.
they thought I was crazy and didn't want to do anything. They were just teenagers like us. So I'm sure if they were older, they'd probably been like, "Grab that bitch," you know. But
I feel like that. But I feel like that way of thinking for you has never left.
yeah,
Like I feel like as soon as someone's just like, "What are you gonna do?"
yeah,
You're like, "I'll fucking show you what I'm gonna do."
yeah. But I mean, and it's not trying to be tough or anything. It's just a thing where like, if it happens, it happens. I don't think about those scenarios and how they're going to turn out. Even at my age, I don't think about that.
You feel like it's kind of like blackout.
I could be at the grocery store and somebody pisses me off in the parking lot. I'm just like, I'm going to die today. You know?
You can leave the streets.
Yeah.
The streets don't leave you.
That's right. When you're from San Fernando Valley.
Shit. What's the area code there?
818.
818, motherfucker. I don't know. I was lucky enough to...
805 was See Me. That's
Yeah.
where, like, I think the guys that made that beer, 805, I think they're from that side of town.
No, I was... I don't know. Do you ever see a situation where you would have raised a family in California? Not thinking about like what's happened now, but like think about like if we never went to like Ohio or here. Like, do you really feel like you would have stayed there?
Well, you have to realize the only reason we went to Ohio wasn't like for a better life, because there's not a better life there. I'm sorry for people.
No,
if
dude,
if
fuck
any of your
Ohio.
100 followers live in Ohio, but it was that we were young and the cost of living was so cheap there.
Yeah.
And your dad literally got transferred from a retail clothing store that was in California to one that was in a mall
That
in
sounds
Ohio.
made up. Like I could never see a situation where like
Right. Like you're
like-
transferring your retail job.
it's like when I worked in the movie theater, they were just like, "Hey, we need you up in Rhode Island."
But we were in our 20s, and situation happened with your mom or your grandma and
Yeah.
dad and I. So it was just kind of like, let's do it. And, I mean, I was going to go with you regardless if your dad was going to go, because
Yeah.
unfortunately
Well,
your
of course.
grandma, you know.
Right. But you know.
So
But I'm saying like if any of that stuff didn't happen, like if it was just like we don't need to, do you think you would have stayed? Like, do you miss, again, things now aside, do you ever miss like California, like living?
I miss going, just being so close to the beach and stuff, because I like in Hollywood, of course, because I grew up there. Like I always did stuff. That's why I'll just say it when I met Jeff. You know, he lived in Yucaipa, and when I went to Yucaipa, I was like, "What the fuck do you do here?" Because
Right.
I grew up around. You know, I lived in the Valley, and I was going to Hollywood every weekend, and you know, going to clubs from 16 and experiencing all these things. And so, when you live in a little podunk part of town, it's kind of like, you know. So, I don't think that me and your dad could have raised you there. I think it would have been hard.
I think I would have been famous.
See how weird he is now? Imagine if he grew up in Hollywood.
Yeah, he could still be famous.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. I just wish we had a little bit more money. I would have just taken care of you guys. It's an investment. I would have
Okay.
been the early 2000s Macaulay Culkin.
Well, like I said, Zach and whatever, make a porno.
Yeah. We're gonna rent out the house. Do you think it's that easy?
Make that money.
What is that? Do you think that's just like a Craigslist post away? Like if we were just like, you want to have sex in our house?
Just get homeless porn. Pay him $5.
We're like
get a 6-pack, and they'll be like, yeah, down.
we're like bum fights. Like we just
Bums fucking.
bums fuck Egypt, dude.
Yeah, dude, you would call it bum fuck, and then you
Oh
just
my
name it
God.
after wherever they fuck.
Don't steal that. Okay, that's officially pending. So
Yep, it's
don't steal
pending.
it. Yeah, you can't steal that. I'll sue you.
Just bum fuck Phoenix.
What do they call it? Call it poor porn.
Oh shit!
porn.
Poor porn.
Just porn with two O's.
Did you ever come into circulation with Bum Fights VHS?
I saw a few of them, and you know, it's funny. At the time that I did see them, I was like, oh, that's so mean, hitting them and stuff, because
Yeah,
It's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm the one that watches all those videos where somebody, and I think it's all fake though, where they're handing people $500. Do you think
Yeah.
it's real?
What you think they're like psych? Like
And like they say they're doing GoFundMe's for them and stuff, and they're showing you got $30,000.
I think when you see YouTubers that are just like we were giving homeless people $500 on the street, I think they're making more than that in revenue,
right?
And like ads and like views and stuff like that. I think it's one of those things where it's kind of like, look how good of a person I am, because I feel like. And I don't want to assume everybody, but I feel like
You don't do it because you want all eyes on you. You do it because you really feel it in your
right.
heart.
And I feel like as soon as like those, for a lot of people, when those cameras are off, they're like, hey, fuck off, like
Right.
don't come near
Yeah,
me.
right, pretty much. I just have too much compassion. You have people who are like, oh, they're drug addicts, they don't deserve anything, or they're this. And like, you don't know their circumstance. So
Right.
I'm a bleeding heart.
Well, I was telling
So
Allie,
I can't handle bum fights.
I was just telling Allie the other day that it's just like, I used to be that person where it's just like, oh, I'm going to get you food or whatever. And like, I still kind of feel that way. But I think the way that I look at it now is if I was homeless and I had nothing going on for me and like every day was a fucking struggle, I'd probably want to get pretty high myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like who wouldn't? Like,
yeah,
why
it's-
would?
like if
Why
that's
would
the
you
only
want to be drunk?
Right. If that's the only thing I got going on.
Serious.
And my only issue is that I get it from you is that if I'm put on the spot, I don't have the conscience to be like, I'm sorry, I can't. So I was checking the mail and there was this dude in this straight up just like Walter White van
Right.
on the other side of the complex. And he's like, hey man. I'm like, oh, because of course I have the thought of like, oh fuck, And he goes, hey, can I get some gas? I'm trying to get out of here. Full disclosure, let me tell you the end of the story. He's still fucking there. So that was all a crock of shit.
I was going to say, that's
Yeah.
a different situation. I wouldn't be giving nobody money for gas.
It's a straight up shanty town on the other side of this wall over here. And but I was like, just hold that thought, I'll be right back. And it's just like I was gonna go get lunch anyway, so I was just like, I went to the gas station. I gave him $20.
Okay, well that's stupid.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know. I'm just like, I'm here. Well, because he said gas money, and I was like, what am I getting? $5 for your Winnebago? Get you a gallon?
No,
of
like
gas?
seriously, I have like radar where I can detect like bullshit because there are these guys at Safeway and they're like, oh, we're trying to get to Vegas for our grandpa's funeral, but we da. And all these people by Sun City, they're giving them money. Well, at that Safeway, there's like a cigarette, where you buy your cartons of cigarettes or whatever. And I literally stake out. Like, I'm like, okay, now I'm on a mission. I ain't got nowhere to go, but I'm going to watch these motherfuckers. Sure as shit, they take whatever money and they go and they come out with cartons of cigarettes. So they're scammers. So,
Yeah,
you
I got for sure when I was living in. I used to work on like 7th Street in Washington in downtown LA, and there's a McDonald's right there, right across the street. It was when I was working at that fucking shitty bath bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Just but the lady is so sad, and that's the thing is like step one is if you look sad,
Yeah.
it's like a Sarah McLachlan commercial. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's like, and she's like, I'm currently at like this women's shelter, and we're selling these like things. Like, can I just get like $5? And of course, I'm like, of course you can. I literally watch her leave. She's like, oh bless you. She leaves right on the street and just goes to talk to 5 dudes. Gives them the $5 that I gave her, and they point like a drop off
Right,
zone.
right.
And she fucking just all like just giddy walks over there. I'm like, motherfucker.
Or they buy lottery scratchers. See, my thing is food. So it's like a food thing. Like I just talked to somebody at work and I was like, hey, let's coordinate something where we make all these sandwiches or whatever. And we go downtown and hand out sandwiches and water. And she's like, I'm down. I'll do that. I can't be giving people money, a lot. I mean, maybe $2 here or there, but I'm not doing 5, 10, 20. I can't. That's
It gets so bad for me that if I have no money, like I literally I'm sorry, dude, I get paid in 2 days. Like I cannot.
Do you find it like sad that you have to tell them your hardship?
I know, dude. Look, dude, I'm broke.
They don't give a shit.
I
Just
started,
say no.
I started giving people like if I could give them like $2 or $3, I'd also give them like a Burger King coupon.
Like he's gonna be. Oh man, brother, your situation's worse than mine. Here's
He's like,
$5.
yeah, here's $5. So like I started because I get those Burger King coupons in the mail, and like I keep them in my car, So I was like, hold on one second. And I found like $2 in change, and I found this coupon for like a large fry and like a Whopper Jr. for $3, and I was like, here you go, man. Like this is all I can give you. Speaking of that, you were saying how they make fun of like your hardships. Back when we lived in Chandler, we lived right next to a Culver's, and we were getting food. That was right when my window broke.
Yeah.
And so I have to open my door, and he goes, and like the guy was like just trying to be funny. He's like, oh, like he's like, oh, you scared me for a second because people think I'm just gonna like
You're gonna jack him,
right? And I was like, no, my window doesn't work. And he goes, man, your window don't work. And I was like, shut the fuck up, Culver's guy. Like, He's like, hey, this
You
one's
got
on.
money to go out to eat, but you
Yeah,
can't fix your
I was
window.
like, dude, Allie was laughing so hard. She's like, he just punked the shit out of you. He's
That's
like, damn,
funny.
your window don't work, you know?
Hey, that was in front of Allie?
Yeah,
What a motherfucker.
I know. Dude. He was like, hey, you ain't got no man.
Jake's like, I'm a man though. I'm a man.
But like,
I'm buying her Culvers.
but I think I get that from you. It's just like I can't see.
I'll tell you what, if I didn't have a drug addiction, but I just fell in such hard times that I was a homeless person and like say had to live in my car and I had to panhandle, that fucking money I got, I'd get a gym membership so that I could take a shower every day and like
I saw
still work
something like-
out or do something.
I saw something like that. I think it was on iFunny. The guy
be
was like,
dirty.
there was a guy, because you know I've been like really into like that van living and stuff like that. There are people who it's not even like travel. They're like, we picked up like this fucking 95 Chevy van for $4,500. We renovated it for another $2,000. He goes, I live in like the suburbs of California, but I have a Planet Fitness membership, which is $20 a month. And he goes, if you buy this pass, like the U.S. Department of National Parks will give you these passes.
Yeah, and you can stay at those sites.
And for a whole year.
Yeah.
And he's like, I go take my showers and I go work out at Planet Fitness. And then, if I want to go do something, I can go to Yellowstone for free and
Insane.
camp there as long as I want. It's only like $80 a year.
Right.
So you make it work. Like I've been realizing a lot of things that like I think it's like, oh man, I feel so broke. But like I take away a lot of things. I'm like, I could absolutely.
It's funny that you said something about a van. Now, if I was going to get a van, I wouldn't get one of those big old Chester molester vans. I'd get, Ford has those little tiny that looks like a
Like the fleet vans?
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
the transits?
Yeah, the little transit one. I was like, that'd be totally fine for you.
Yeah.
And they're cheap. They're not, I mean, like a pre-owned one. They're not that bad. You throw a mattress back there.
Right.
Freaking.
They're super customizable too. I used to work at the Ford dealership, and I remember like I had a group of, they were like young adults, maybe there was like 3 of them,
Yeah.
and they were looking into one, and they come and like they can get pretty fucking huge,
Yeah.
and like they were like, oh, this would be perfect. We could put your bed there, this one here, we could have bunk beds here, and no, it was like legit. Like if you get the big one, like you could fit. It's like a small house, dude.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah, that's neat. But
I don't know. I
maybe
would
I'll
like.
do that when I retire.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I told her. That's what I wanted to do. I essentially just wanted to drive it. I mean, if I have to get a jalopy, I will. But I want to drive it all the way to Maine, and then I'll just stay in Maine. I don't know what it is about the East Coast. I think it's because I've never been there. But that's where I
Maybe.
see myself. I don't know. How do you feel about snow? No?
I hate it.
Yeah?
I'll never live in the snow again.
No?
No, fuck that. God, when you were a baby, I had to freaking put you in a snowsuit and 12 blankets over you and then go scrape my windshield and had these little things that like unfreeze the door locks.
Like what's his name from A Christmas Story? Just walking.
Yeah, walking around like
Can't
that.
put my
No,
arms down.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Being born and raised in California and living there for 23 years and then leaving, going to that shit. I was like, ugh.
It's just so unbearably hot here, man. Like maybe,
It is.
Maybe
the reason I settled here with your dad was like, well, I'm not going back to California because of the earthquakes.
Yeah.
Because we seriously left after the Northridge earthquake, like a few months, because you were born in 94.
Yeah.
And that happened.
Did you ever hear about that? You guys are from Rancho. I mean, were you guys in what year was that?
That was 94.
So you were just an infant. I mean, how long? So, but you were there though in Rancho, right? Because he's from Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah. They
you
may
guys-
have felt an aftershock there, but
Back then, I think. I mean, it would have been the same, but I was in like San Bernardino back then.
Oh, did your parents ever talk about that earthquake?
They talked about earthquakes. I mean, I would sleep through most of them. So
the only reason I hated that one was I've gone through earthquakes my whole life. And apparently, the year that I was born, when I was a baby, Grandma said that there was a big one in 71. And I was like, okay. And we'd always feel like little whoopties, whatever, growing up. But when that Northridge one hit, I was like, fuck this. I don't want to live here anymore.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was in your
tell me about that day.
grandma and papa's house with your dad. And your dad bolts out of the room, leaves me.
He had his
Right.
priorities.
I just remember, and it's really sad. It's funny because he's like screams, he's like, ah! And he runs. He ran out of the house, and the next thing I know, the whole room's shaking. So I get out, and then when we went back in, our dresser was flipped on our bed, and I was like, holy shit! Like that was a strong one. All the cabinets were open. And I remember this guy, he was Persian or something. His name was Frank, and he lived across the street from your grandma and papa. And we could hear a gas line. We could hear it like making that sound.
shit.
And he's out there with a cigarette. It's around here somewhere. It must be. I can hear it over here.
you're gonna find out in a
And I'm
minute.
just like, fuck, the whole neighborhood's gonna find out. But it was funny because they had a dog named Sadie, and I think she was a black lab, and she was kind of a ding dong dog, kind of stupid. But I don't think they ever walked her or took her out or anything, but it was so funny because all the walls fell down, and that's when FEMA was involved in helping people rebuild their houses that got. So the block wall literally just fell over. Next thing we like, where's Sadie? She's gone. We're like, well, she's gone. She's never gonna come home. Like, sure as shit. Like a day later, the dumbass comes back. She's wagging her tail and everything.
What happened?
It's like
What happened?
She found her way home, but yeah, that was a crazy time because I think me and your dad slept in the back of I don't know if somebody had a Nissan Frontier little truck. I don't know if it was Gene, but we put a mattress back there. I was afraid to sleep inside.
I bet.
Yeah. So, and like In-N-Out Burger had a generator and they were making all this food for people because like all the power was down. And so
Yeah.
it was scary. But anyway, long story short, we moved to Ohio. But
And then you had to transfer earthquakes for living in Ohio.
and then I'm like, well, where can we settle? We'll settle in Arizona. So
No disrespect, but I just imagine just millions of people that are just like Mimi.
Oh.
You know? It's like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah, it's well. That's why your papa has a problem. You know, of course he's Hispanic, and at that time that he moved there weren't a lot of Hispanic people there. So of course he's like, oh yeah, they all look at me like I'm this.
No one gives a shit.
No
He's
one
just-
gives a
but
shit.
he's like the pariah.
He's trying to make it. They're what do you call that? Profiling me. Now it's really bad. Everywhere he goes.
So let's pull something up here. Real quick, I'm going to ask you, what time are we at?
Oh, we're going 2 hours.
Yeah, I know, probably.
27.
27, and is that camera still on? Okay, cool. Can you pull up the one on the very right, all the way to the right, middle one? So yeah, go ahead and my sister just got a job as a barista, and I've been seeing these TikToks of these people who do nothing but inconvenience retail workers. And imagine that you're just sitting there. So this is a Baskin Robbins. I don't know if you've seen this, but imagine you're just there getting ice cream, with Aiden or something like that. Go ahead and play this. Look at the guy. Pause it. Fuck no.
Okay, first of all, shame on them for even doing that.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
thinking that's going to be funny because that looks fucking stupid.
Well, yeah. So this is apparently a whole family on TikTok, and they're like a. It reminds me of like on Step Brothers. Like
I was going to say, dude, that's the
yeah.
Step Brothers family.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh man, the kids are into it.
Yeah.
with
So
their matching
so
hoodies.
they're all twins and shit. So these people apparently do this all over the place. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Okay. So what can I get you guys?
Yeah, right.
Because you just listed 9 ice
That's
cream.
the family from Step Brothers in the car.
Yeah.
singing the
Yeah. That's
song.
what we were saying. Yeah. I mean,
you know damn well it was the wife's idea.
so this
yeah.
is part 1 of this. I swear to God.
And the
this,
husband better comply, otherwise he's not going to get laid later.
Oh yeah. I don't know. They have good voices, but this
they
is
do.
not the place to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do this all over the place. I think there was one that I couldn't find, but there's one of them at like a McDonald's drive-through. There's one of them at the grocery store.
Big Mac fillet of fish.
I know, yeah. Yay, yay, yay. Just like, okay,
I'm loving it.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna get sued now. We make like, it's like we make $12 an hour, and it's just like I would rather hear a drunk moron.
Did you see
slur.
the TikTok video of the little boy wearing the T-shirt to school? The mom's like, "Who told you to wear that?" He's like, "Well, somebody brought us a bag of clothes, and I thought it was McDonald's." And it says, "I'm loving it," but it's the legs. It's like the girl's legs are up and M, like an M shape. I was dying when I saw that. It was so funny.
I don't know, dude. This is just the worst. I think that this is.
Oh, these people, these are the worst kind of people.
And you know that kid's just like,
Those two.
Be done already.
Yeah, those parents made those kids do that.
Those
Yeah.
boys are both male cheerleaders.
Like this is the same energy. Did you ever see that video of the lady who had her son? I don't know why she recorded it, but it's like she's in her car and like she's trying to get her son to like pretend to cry on her like shoulder, like he had a bad day at school.
no.
Yeah, it's like the same energy where it's just like this is part 1
Forced.
of like why I hate TikTok on this podcast alone. Like, like these people are like, as a patron, I'm like, are you fucking serious?
You know
right
what's
now,
sad is those boys are going to grow up and do the same shit to their kids. Horrible.
dude? Yeah, I think that. Well, it's like, and what did they expect?
it's so funny because like they're not even really doing anything bad.
No, they're not. But it's
no.
just
These are
like,
horrible
like,
people.
like well, it's. I don't even think they're horrible people. I'm just like common courtesy is just like, what response did you expect to get?
I guess it's just
I'll tell you one thing: they're definitely not tipping.
right. And the kid in the back, he's like, "What do you think, bro? What do you think?
Yeah,
we
that was
do
good.
good.
That was
We do
good.
good."
I think as soon as you get 200,000 views on TikTok, that you know.
I mean, more power to him for being like a positive energy and stuff and having fun with it, I guess. But
yeah, the hand flare at the end was definitely like, it's just like, oh, we're gonna get theatrical with this.
she's hoping America got talent.
America's got
America's got the talent.
Yeah.
She's hoping they like recognize her.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I knew I saved that for a particular reason. Like, that's just the worst thing.
But good for the kids though.
I mean, if they're gonna participate, that's fine as long as they don't hate it. But I'm just like, dude, you know what this reminds me of too? This reminds me of like when I was in LA and I bombed at multiple shows and it's 2 a.m. I'm on the fucking like metro and I'm tired. I have to work in 6 hours and then there's just some dude with a boombox, you know, just like popping and locking at like 2 a.m. It's just like he wants everyone to like just start clapping and like get into it. It's like no one and like every
That's
time
a different situation though. I mean, when you're on the metro, it's like get in it, Jake. Come on.
I met the most interesting
This
people.
is the ice cream parlor.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Those kids are like, Mom said do it or she's not going to give us our allowance.
Mom said we have to do it. I don't know, dude. There's some things. There was another one that I had up too that like it's just I think that this generation of common courtesy is so like go ahead and close out of it. Oh God, where is it? The very top right. Yeah, that one. Now check this out. How would you feel about this one right here? Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
I would ruin it.
I'd be like, she's flicking her hair by my food and my plate.
So, Mom, for people who are listening, can you describe what's happening right now?
Okay, so this lady's just eating her food, her lunch or whatever. And it looks like there might be on a boat, like a cruise or something, or just in a nice restaurant overlooking something. But this other lady's just coming over in her space, like literally her butt's like on her body. And she's doing selfies and stuff and flipping her hair and everything for her selfies right in the window next to this person eating.
So I think for the funniness of the video, I get why she didn't say something. I think everyone in this room could agree that no.
Okay, I would. And you know why? Yeah. Do you remember when you were a kid and we go to restaurants and they'd come with that sweeper or whatever by us when we're eating? And I'm like, don't do that while we're eating. Because they're like kicking up all kinds of shit. Right. Like I would say something.
Oh, in a heartbeat. So would you.
Yeah.
To this,
look at her smelly armpit right above her face.
Yeah, right in front of my face. And what pisses me off is right behind her, there's a bunch of other windows.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because this one is like maybe open.
Or maybe she can get a better view of something from that window. I don't know.
I grab her fucking phone.
I'd ruin it. Can you fuck off, ma'am?
Yeah, right? Like, okay, so she's making the face expression like, is this really happening? And then she's taking a selfie. You think the person filming her, that one taking the selfie would see her and be like...
Again, I think it's just because it's like there's no way this is happening right now. Kudos to the lady eating.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, yeah, I would freak out. I don't like people in my space to begin with. You know, it's like this is so fucking frustrating. And people do this all over the place. They'll cut you off in the fucking grocery store. Like, like people just love to get in people's spaces for no reason.
Yeah.
I remember I walked behind. I'll never forget that. It was the second night that we lived here. And I was walking down the stairs. And there were these kids making a TikTok, which whatever, but I walked right by, and they got upset that I walked by to go to my car.
Oh yeah, that's their space.
Yeah, but they didn't say anything to me, but I could hear them go, "Oh my God," that's what they said. "Oh my God, let's do it again." And I was just like, "This is public space."
Yeah, you should have said that.
Well, I don't know.
Are you afraid 13-year-olds are going to make you lick the dog turd? Like in Step
I don't
Brothers?
know. I don't know. Do you ever fantasize about just beating the shit out of 14-year-olds? Because I do all the time.
I feel like everyone wants to beat the shit out of 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They weren't like you guys when you were 14. Yeah. Like, you guys were good kids when I mean, I'm sure you did stuff, whatever, but you weren't disrespectful.
Christian did, and Christian was a good boy, dude.
You guys weren't disrespectful little assholes like there are today.
Well, I blame that on the internet.
I blame it on a lot of broken homes, though, to be honest, too. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of kids just feel like they don't have both parents home and they can do whatever they want.
We had the internet like when we were growing up, but we didn't have the internet like, you know, my siblings do. You know, and I think that that's just one of those things that is just ruined so many people. Like, I think I was talking to Hillary about this, and I asked her, would you ever like relive life with the internet? She's like, fuck no.
Right?
So I wouldn't have done half the cool shit that I would have done. Like,
this is so funny. I'm sorry, but this like at work, every Friday, us girls will take the vacuum in the office and we'll like clean our cubicles out. So we're prepped for Monday. Like we got a clean space, whatever. So my friend Paula, she has the vacuum. She's getting ready to do her cleaning or whatever. And I'm just working, you know. And then I get up and I walk by the vacuum and I'm like, remember when you were a kid and your mom had the fucking vacuum in the living room and you grabbed it and be like, I believe I can
Oh,
fly.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're singing and shit with it. And then my other friend, she's like, remember like you used to do this? Like you'd pretend like you were driving with the fan and the wind was blowing your hair. Or I'm like, man, we had it good.
Yeah,
when we were
dude.
kids.
Do you imagine how
Just imagination.
Do you remember how extensive your imagination was as a kid, dude?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, I didn't need anything. Like, I was just in my room and I had toys. Like, and I had 6 hours in my room of just toys. We were just talking about. Do you remember that game in our last episode? Do you remember that game HeroScape?
Yeah.
That you got me. That you
Sat in your closet.
dude. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't. I never learned how to play it, but like I would build stuff, and that's all I needed. And it's just like now it's like I cannot go 5 minutes without my phone.
I wish I had it still. I
Worth
wish
a lot
I
of money.
still would have had
Oh,
it.
did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
It's worth a lot of money.
I wish I would have had that for you.
What happened to it? It must have been
I
sold at
don't
a garage
know.
sale at some point.
Donated to Goodwill,
Yeah.
most likely. But,
Do you have that one thing like from your childhood or from your life? You're like, fuck, I wish I would have kept a hold of that.
I think Grandma still has it. And when I was a kid, Sesame Street was a big thing. Give off my age. But they had this little house. It was like Sesame Street. It's a freaking like brownstone, like the house.
Yeah.
So you open it up and it had like the little Oscar the Grouch and the trash can and Big Bird and all the shit. I think Grandma still has that. That was probably one of my favorite toys. I remember playing with and liking. But yeah, that's probably the only thing. It's weird because I went through phases and I mean, I had dolls and stuff, but they weren't.
Did you have like a favorite toy, or was it the Sesame Street thing?
No, I was more of an artsy, like little kid. Like I had to, like we had Shrinky Dinks and shit like that. Like you color and Grandma put them on a cookie sheet. You
Yeah,
put them in the
yeah.
oven, they all shrink up and stuff.
But what do you get them? I've always wondered what those are. Do you put them on stuff? Like, what do they do?
You can poke a hole in them after you color them, and then like make them like a hanging ornament or something. What it was just stupid shit, but. I mean, I had Cabbage Patch dolls and Barbies and Barbie Dream House and stuff like that. But I mean, to be honest, Hot Wheels, like my brother had Hot Wheels, and I would play with them. I'd seriously get out there and dig like tunnels and stuff and drive around and be like, all right, I'm going to go pick up my boyfriend, and pretend like I was driving to his house.
Dude, me and
stuff.
Jordan, my older sister, we used to play like just house all the time. I was just telling Allie that I loved playing house with my older sister, like with her dolls. Like, and I remember like, cause you watch stuff like what your parents watch on TV, and I didn't know what an affair was. But I was just like, I'm having an affair and I'm leaving you. Just like it's really, it's like that's the shit.
He's all on Barbie's Dream House. He's all, you want a screw?
yeah. Just when she's not around, just, come in.
Oh, and I used to love like Grandma would bring home like old calculators that they were getting rid of at work. So me and your aunt would set up like canned vegetables and shit, and we pretend that was our register, and we'd be like working at the grocery
That's
store.
dope. I
Stupid
used to do
shit,
that.
or like working in an office, and then Grandma would come home, put my goddamn grocery bag.
Did you have a lot of like wrestler action figures?
No.
I had a bunch
I had
of those.
a couple, but I wasn't really big on like the wrestler. I wasn't really big on wrestling. Like
Some of that playtime got pretty gay, from what I remember. Like, I remember that ring I had like in my room. Like, and I'm just. Have you ever kissed a boy? No, but I have thought about it.
Are you talking about Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
No, I had like the actual. Like, I had
Oh,
like
the WWE.
I had Chris Benoit before he murdered
Yeah.
his wife and kids.
nice.
Had the Undertaker. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
all that stuff. I had some pretty sweet toys.
Yeah,
I miss a lot of them actually.
I don't know. It's crazy, like all the stuff that they had.
I don't know. Do you have a favorite one? Like a favorite toy that you remember that was just like that was the coolest thing of like.
Yeah, I mean, so I did like action figures. I was just never really big on like the wrestler ones, but Transformers were like my jam, dude.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had lots of Transformers. I had two that I was like in love with. So the first one we had was a Scion. What's that? You used to have it. Well, or do you
The
still have
Scion
it?
XB, the boxcar.
XP?
That one.
Yeah.
I had a Transformer that transformed into it was a blue one with flames on it.
Aw.
But it was like it was the most complicated Transformer I've ever owned in my life. But it turned into a Scion and it was dope. It was like this big. And then the other toy I really liked was one Christmas my parents got me and my brother Voltron action figures, but they were like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, the big ones.
It was huge,
Yeah.
and then like my brother got like the traditional Voltron, and then I got like there was a show on at the time where they were like black and like slick and looking, and I got that one. So like me and my brother were just like make them fight each other.
And then something breaks, and you're like, "Oh, you hit it too hard."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they probably lasted a year, and then like probably some of the lions got sold at yard
I
sales.
kept mine in pretty good condition for the most part. I'm trying to remember like what was one thing that I was like obsessed with at like little bit before Aiden's age. I'm trying to remember. I mean, Hot Wheels. I loved Hot Wheels because there was that movie that came out.
You had Pokemon and you had
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You played with Legos a little bit. You weren't as into them as Aiden is. No,
I
really.
think it was just action figures. I just liked action figures.
Yeah.
Like, and I liked what were those little Tech Deck dudes?
Yeah.
That was
the
another
Tech
one that I was
Decks and
really
all
into.
the little ramps. I think Aiden still has all your little ramps. And
Yeah, dude,
stuff.
that stuff was so cool.
You guys don't play with action figures. You paint them. Well,
We
are you
play with
playing?
them.
play with them. Yeah,
It's a war game. I mean,
we're essentially playing Army, but with more rules. I mean,
it's like Army Men, just like with tons of rules.
Yeah.
Did you know anyone like? Did you ever go to school with anyone that was like really into like D&D or like tabletop games? She was too busy sneaking off to Hollywood to hang out with those nerds.
I had the best life. Like I'm so happy that I was able to do what I did. There were some scary times where I got myself in situations, but it's like your sister came home at 2:00 in the morning on a Sunday. She's 16, and she was driving her dad's truck. So you know how big that truck is. So I'm like, okay, you're out at 2 a.m. driving this big old truck. Like, you're a total target for cops. Like, little tiny girl driving this thing.
Right.
And she's like, but I'm a good kid. I'm like, you are. You're a really good kid. She goes, I don't do stuff like you did when you were 16. And I was just like, Australia.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't have anything that I was like into, you know, or anything.
You're into music.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's.
I don't know if that's normal.
Oh, that's absolutely normal. I mean, especially. I mean, it's kind of a dying breed. You ask Aiden what his favorite band is. What does he say?
He doesn't say anything.
Exactly. Doesn't that trip you out? That kid is what, 14? Does not have a favorite song, favorite genre.
Right.
He doesn't like music. He's the first person I've ever met that's like, if I say, do you like music? Do you like the song? No.
I think he does like music. I think he's afraid to say what he likes because he doesn't want anybody to judge him.
Yeah.
But
That's a really quick way to get judged.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I just can't deal with country. Country's just
Christian
like,
loves country when he's fucking
When I'm
wasted.
drunk, I love country.
Really?
That's the
Favorite
only
thing.
Yeah.
He loves that, and he loves Peter Gabriel, and he loves Genesis.
Peter Gabriel and Genesis. They're pretty. There's a few songs.
Kenny Loggins.
Oh no, makes me want to get footloose.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
For me,
Yeah.
Duran Duran.
Awesome.
What year was that?
Oh my god,
Pull them up.
I was like 11 years old. Oh
So that was what, 1983?
yeah.
Yeah, look up Duran Duran 1983.
And Grandma had to take me to the concert, and I hated that.
This might take forever.
I went with my friend Tori and my friend Julie.
Oh no, we can't play a song. You're gonna have to look it up. Yeah, you're gonna have to look up pictures on like Google. It's
It's just Duran Duran images.
Yeah.
But oh man, Nick Rhodes was the shit.
Is that the lead singer?
No, that's Simon. Nick was the keyboard player, and of course he looked the most feminine with the lipstick. Those are older, but like
Oh, there we go. Yeah, right there. Yeah, click on that.
the one in the red scarf.
That was it.
So yeah,
it's all right.
So okay,
There we
the
go.
far I'll show you the far. I guess that would be right.
Yeah.
Andy, he's
Yeah.
the ugliest, but Nick, and then Simon. Roger Taylor is the drummer. He's pretty cute, and then John Taylor with the red hair. He's the guitarist. My God, they were my everything. They were like what One Direction is to like when Emily started.
So, I mean, were there boy bands like in the 80s, or did that not come around to like the 90s? Was this essentially just the epicenter of what boy bands were before boy bands?
To me, that was my boy band. There was really nobody else that I liked. But my friend, she was Hispanic. She lived across the street. Her name was Astrid. Her boy band was Menudo, because Ricky Martin was in Menudo.
That's a real.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's where Ricky Martin started. He was the youngest member.
All right, I peed. I'm good. We had a little bit of a goth jam out for a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
You're pretty good at the improvisational dance parties. To say,
I wanted to get down.
you're gonna have to DJ the wedding.
Hell yeah, I will.
That doesn't mean we're gonna get married right now. That wasn't like some kind of surprise.
Oh my
but
God,
eventually.
I can't wait. I'm gonna do the most dark, like beautiful music. Oh, I'm not.
That's Christian's jam, dude.
Like,
Christian's gonna be in the corner.
you gonna DJ, Christian?
No,
I'm
he
not
just
gonna DJ, but
he's
I'll vibe out to your
he's a
music.
music enjoyer.
Yeah.
You give Christian enough booze, he'll put on whatever you. Christian will find a way.
I'll
Christian,
make a fool out of myself for sure.
So,
Dude, yeah, I'll order the Three Amigos outfit. That'd be sick.
yeah, that'd be awesome. So, now that we have a lady on the podcast, I want to know some.
Oh my God, you called me a lady.
I know.
I love it.
We want some insiders on this. So, to give you some backstory, so you could see right here. So, this guy sends her a voicemail,
Okay.
and I want to hear your opinion on it. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and start it.
Yeah, hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri. Sorry I had to leave such a rushed message with you when we met the other day. I just want to quickly give you my phone number, and I had to get the heck out of the area. In any event, I figure I better leave you a more detailed message and explain why I approached you. I am single. I have no trouble meeting women. I mean, women approach me 6-7 times a day. But I'm very particular about what I like. You're extremely elegant. I couldn't take my eyes off of you, and your friends were very jealous. Even if they say they weren't, they were envious of the fact that I approached you, and I was very taken by you. Elegant women are very rare. I'm Greek, and I'm very
Oh my God.
So I'm giving you an opportunity here. I don't know if you pick up the messages on the weekend, but I'm working on a movie script, so I'm pretty much around all weekend doing that. I left you my number, 416-918-4. This looks like a landline, and if it is, you may not get the message till Monday. But when you do, call me, and then we'll get together for coffee and chat and let the romance begin.
Serial
You
killer.
look very taken aback by my approach, and I hope that isn't timidness. I hope it was just a little bit of shock at being approached so directly, because I don't really date timid women, because I'm a very direct, very passionate, very assertive man, and I want a woman who's very independent and strong. So anyway, we'll talk about that, but I just wanted to formally introduce myself. Now I have. I leave the ball in your court. You call me as soon as you have the courage to. Okay, Olga? Talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh my God.
You know,
It sounds like she got the job.
but you know what? She met him. So it's like, why'd you give him your number?
I think this was if I give you my number, will you leave me alone kind of situation for sure.
If I give you my number, it's not going to be my real number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also very true. But
I don't know.
What
This
a fucking
guy,
cool
this guy, no. And this is the exact reason why, like, I'm not ready to go out there, because it's different for guys than it is for girls. And guys are just like, could hook up with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
This guy's full of shit.
Whereas girls have their guard up, and
As they're allowed to.
that's total. This guy's a dick.
I also think the guy sounded like 60.
I'm Greek.
Yeah.
He
I'm a
sounded
Greek.
old.
Yeah.
So like that would definitely be a message that an old dude would leave that was trying to hit on a younger woman.
I think it's okay to have like charisma and to feel confident. That was not the way to do it.
No, to hit on a young girl like that, you need to say, rad, bro.
You were looking
That's so
hella
rad.
lit, bro.
Yeah, you look fine. You look, hell yeah.
I'll never forget, like, when I was, like, a few years back, like, you know, my brother, like, he used to party a lot. And he used to be able to pick up girls, like, no problem. And I've always had trouble with it. Like, with me, it's like, a girl doesn't like me until she's talked to me for, like, a couple hours. Right? So my brother was just like, "Yeah, man, you just need to hook up with some girls or something." And this is when me and him when me and my brother were living together. And I was like, I don't know what to say, dude. I don't know how to just like spark up conversation like that. And then he's just like, dude, he's like, you don't even need to have conversations now. He's like, you just walk up to a girl, tell her she got a fat ass. It's like,
but that's kind of sad, because it's like, what if you really like that person, and you like, it doesn't take that much to get to know her, or like get with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be with that person. Like,
well, that's what I've been telling Christian, is that like there's a huge difference now. I mean, I'm sure it's always been this way, but it's just like if that's how
girls are way more easy now.
You would think, but it's also very impossible for people like me and Christian to be so lucky. So I tell Allie every single day, I can't believe that you even allow me to breathe in the same space, because men are disgusting. But no, man. I mean, but like I tell him all the time, like these aren't, like you just said, like these aren't people that you're not gonna tell your How I Met Your Mother story from this girl. I think it's totally okay to have a mutual understanding that this is just something that is fun, and I might never talk to you again, like whatever. But this, like what this guy did, you know, he does this to every single woman. as soon as he gets their number, and B, it's just the wrong way to go about it.
Creeper though.
I think that's the talk of a man who casts a wide net. You know, who like remember how he was like, "Oh, women approach me like 6 or 7 times a day."
Yeah.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah,
So then why are you calling her? Like, you gonna leave a net message with all 6 or 7? I hope that one
he does that
bites.
I think he does.
to
I think
every
he
number
absolutely
he gets.
does. I think this is the kind of guy. This is the kind of guy that, yeah, exactly like you said. Like it's a wide net. Like this might as well be a sales pitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cold call.
He's just taking whoever any takers.
Right.
The only thing he didn't throw in there was after he said he was Greek, he didn't say, "I have a big dong."
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for that too.
Like that's gonna be like, "Oh my god, now I'm gonna
Very
call."
taken by your elegance.
I hope
and
I
have
hope
a
I
big
hear-
old dick.
What a charmer!
I hope I hear from you. I fuck passionately. Give me, you know what I mean? Just like, yeah.
I give a little.
I'll leave
This is
you
the
in
same-
a wheelchair after.
I'm a giver.
This is the same kind of dude. It's like I was like talking to Allie because unfortunately, I mean, and you know many girls too that have been subject to just, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing much. What are you up to? Dick picture.
Oh no
Yeah,
way!
yeah.
It's
No
like,
way.
and I think like you would think at this point that it would stop happening, but it has to
It has
work.
to be working for some people,
yeah,
right?
because people keep doing it.
Well, it works for your aunt,
Yeah.
dude. Every time I see her, she's like, "Oh my god, look at all these dick pics I got." I'm like, I don't want to look at those. I don't want to look at those.
Check this out. Oh,
Yeah, no.
that's fucking
I'm
crazy.
sorry. I mean, dick is good, but I don't want to see dick.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. I mean, come
I got
on.
one. I don't want to see it.
But this is the thing. If you gotta like fish around, throw that shit out there, then I don't know. It's just sad. I don't know. I don't know what these
yeah.
guys think.
I really think it's gonna work. It's kind of like you remember like back in like a. Do you remember that old show on VH1, The Pickup Artist? Mm-mm. Do you remember that show?
That's the one where he would like teach people how to pick up girls.
He would
right?
neg. He would teach people how to neg girls. Like,
Oh,
he,
yeah,
like he
yeah.
thought that like it was just like, what's up? Oh man, you would look like you're looking pretty fat in those jeans. You
It's
know
like
what
the
I mean?
science of like the asshole always gets the girl kind of
Right,
thing.
right.
Right.
So
So
he
it's
teaches
just,
you how to be that asshole.
So it's like if you dissect this call, he's like, I want to let you know that if you got this call, return it. I might get back to you. I'm currently writing a script right now.
Right.
It makes him sound important. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, I'll tell you, there's a couple guys now that are talking to your mom, but they're not even remote. No, and it's a good thing. They're not even remotely close to something like this.
no, of course not.
And it was like, because
This is like a 1%er kind of thing.
right, but it's just like I would never put up with that. If that started out that way with me, I'd be like, dude, you need to fucking kick rocks because
0%.
you're a weirdo.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
weirdo.
But the guys that I've been talking to, they're like nothing like that. Not pushy, not
It is kind of like
oh,
a.
this guy wears
arrogant.
women's underwear for sure.
yeah, right.
No, this is
He's like, I would
very.
love for you to
This is
leave
very.
your panties at my house so I may wear them.
Wear them on my face when I go to
He's
sleep.
he's got the Buffalo Bills. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Yeah.
He was on his balcony naked when he left that message.
Can we just say that the song that
Goodbye
song-
Horses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such an amazing
Jam.
song.
That is quite
Such
the
a
jam.
good song.
Too bad I always like a Buffalo Bill now. Just ooh. Like,
Did you listen to the Sid and Nancy music that I sent you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, that soundtrack too.
I feel like we've known like dudes that are like this. You know, it's like I
Yeah.
feel like you have to put all your cards on the table, even if it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have friends to this day. I always say that I give people shit like who consistently post drama on Facebook or Twitter. It's like I'm not going to tell you exactly what's wrong, but I'm going to make you
Want to ask me what's
yeah,
wrong?
and I'm not going to tell you. It's kind of
Right.
like those things where it's like, but it's like there's those dudes where you think it's like this weird fever dream of just like I can't believe the nice guys, they always finish last, and it's just like I cannot believe like I've known friends. I think I still have.
The
friends
reason
that are
you're
like that.
finishing last is because you're saying this kind
Yeah,
of
you're saying
shit
weird
to a
shit
girl.
like this. It's just asinine.
Yeah.
Shout out to women for having to deal with this shit all the time because
That's me in 10 years, dude.
when all else fails, Christian's gonna flip the switch.
I know people love me when I use my customer service voice. That's how I'm going to leave girls messages, dude.
just need to be honest. You just need to be honest and just be yourself. That's the thing. Guys go into it thinking, okay, I want to be with this girl, but I'm going to try and put on some charm. Don't try and put on charm. Just be natural. Just be you. Like, I'm never going to fucking change for anybody. And I'm telling you that right now. I know some people that have changed to have people in their life. I will never change who I am
I tell Christian all
to
the time.
attract somebody.
I had to fucking dating coach him. We went out for drinks. He's like, what do I say? He's like, how about you tell me what you were going to say?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you what to really say.
Oh, yeah. Jacob coached me through
But you don't need coaching, Christian. You don't. No, you don't. You know what? You just need to take a breath and be like, hey, you know, I saw you. I think you're cute, you know. Say, can I give you my number? And be like,
That's what I said.
let's talk sometime. Let's
that's
go
pretty
out.
much
You know what
Jacob
the
made me
situation?
say.
You know what the situation was? The situation was that we were at the part of like, what do you like to do for fun?
Yeah.
And she mentioned something about like she likes to go play pool
Okay.
at like her local. So she's like, I was like, and I go, what would you say in that situation?
Okay.
I don't remember what you said.
You need me to be your wingman.
That's why I said
I need a wingman.
Yeah.
But like, so yeah, Jacob mentioned that like she wanted to go, or her thing was that she goes to pool, and I honestly think, dude, she just said that. I think that she just said that because I did ask her out, and I was like, okay, cool, and I asked her like, you know, because I don't know any pool bars. I know they're everywhere, but I don't know a bar
Right.
that, you know, plays that has pool. So I was like, okay, what's your spot? You know, and then like I was with my roommate, and I was talking to her about that. She was like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. And I was
What
like,
spot?
yeah, like what's your spot? And she's like, because she's not going to want to take you to her spot. You know,
So
if that's where she
and that's where I
she
agreed.
frequents. Like,
That's where I agreed because you don't take hoes to the cool spots.
not even just that. Just like if she has friends, like
Man
if she's
or
a regular
girl.
there. Like,
But if she loves to shoot pool and she has a spot,
Right,
why
but-
wouldn't she want you to go to her spot?
But why would I want to bring someone who I don't know what this future holds? And then what if they end up start liking to go there, and then I got to see this fucking person?
yeah,
Okay. So then pick your second best spot.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what the point is. But what I told him was that as soon as she
You
said
should
that,
have Googled places with pool.
yeah, you got to get a little crazy. You got to do a little.
and be
bit
like,
of
hey, you know what? You said you like pool. I found this place on blah, blah, blah. Even if you've never been there before, let's check it out.
Your roommate is essentially a part-time private investigator. You should have just had her do all the research. But I told him as soon as
She's
said,
so cute, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I follow her. No. She just always sends me cute messages. So.
As soon as she said, I like to play pool, I told him, this is what you need to say. Because I was like, you don't play pool. So you say, oh, I don't really ever play. We'll have to play some pool sometime. Because I said, by her saying that she likes to play pool, that's your in. So let me ask you this. Are you looking for love, or are you just looking for kind
Just
of
in
like
the wrong places?
some dirty hoe bag? I mean, like, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for something casual with one person. If that makes sense.
So you would like to eventually have a normal relationship.
Eventually, yeah. But, you know, yeah, like I would want someone where, because, you know, I just got out of, you know, a 3-year committed relationship that I still have some commitments to, you know, obviously.
Course.
So
Of course.
it's like, yeah, I don't want anything super serious. I don't want, you know, to have to be stressing about texting someone back or, you know, having to pick someone up from someplace or having to do this. And
Well,
that.
you're an overthinker like I am.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I would want it to start out as something casual. You know, that's why, like, I think and I know you hate when I say this, but it's always been like a friend of a friend. You know, that's how it's always worked out for
Like
me.
somebody totally different. That's not knows anybody.
No, what he's saying is
Oh.
that it's just like one of my friends, like, so like if I had a friend who just so happens to be single, Christian wants me, if he finds them attractive, to introduce, you know what I'm saying? So he wants some kind of commonality.
No. See, what you do is you just, if you know somebody, you plan some time to go out with that person that he thinks is attractive, and you say, hey, my buddy's going to come. You don't say, hey, my buddy wants to come. And
You know what sucks about
really
that? But here's the part about that I find that no one believes is that Christian does not go out to a place on a whim. Like Christian doesn't just so happen to be at the same bar.
That's why you're not meeting anybody.
Well, in the way she's explaining it, I would do that.
Okay, Jacob's your bro,
Yeah.
and you're down for Jake all the time. You guys are like besties. So if Jake's going
to
somewhere
tip,
and
man.
somebody happens to be there that he thinks that you would click with,
Yeah.
if you would do that for Jake, it could turn into something really good for you.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Warm them up for me.
But
sounds gross.
But I think let me tell you something. I think it's stupid when a guy's like, "Hey, my buddy's single," and he thinks that he'd think you're really cute or whatever. I don't think you should give her a heads up. I think you should say, "Hey, we're all going out here. Whatever. You want to come hang out with us?"
I'm gonna need you to
And
stop
then-
slamming your hands, by the way.
Oh, okay. So you come hang out with us or whatever, and then Kristen, you say, I'm going to have a couple buddies come. Christian comes, and knowing that this is the girl, and you'd be like, fill her out, see how, not fill her up, but like see how it goes, and like without Jake being the setup boy, like you do it yourself.
That makes sense, because then it's like, if nothing's ever established beforehand,
Be
like,
like,
oh, I have
Jake
a friend.
tried to set
Once
me up
again,
with
this
guy.
just got bamboozled into being my responsibility.
No. I'm just saying, like, no, because she's taking responsibility off of you by not by making it to where you wouldn't have to be like, hey, I have this friend.
It's not your obligation.
If you just happen to be going out with a friend, right, and I happen to be there, I mean, everyone's going to know our plan.
Well,
now 'cause this is
obviously,
recorded,
obviously, Jake would say, "Hey, she's cute and whatever. You might
Yeah,
like her,"
yeah.
but he doesn't have to do the legwork of saying, "Hey, my buddy Christian's single."
exactly, and there's less pressure that way because it's like not like I mean, except for maybe me, I guess, if it's a person that I like, but it's like she would be none the wiser. She doesn't know you're trying to hook me up with her.
Right.
This is a great transition to say that eventually, starting either next episode or a couple episodes after, I will be having a phone number that you can call in. And if you're looking for love, so is my
You know,
producer.
it'd be fun.
Christian Love Hotline.
Yeah.
It's too bad you guys have so much equipment because how fun would it be to just like set up random somewhere? Like if a place
we could do that.
No, I'm saying like if a place would let you set up random and you'd be like, okay, we want you to come in and we're going to interview
Oh
you
yeah,
for this
we've
guy.
talked about that.
That would be sick.
Kind of like the dating game.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Yeah, we could
That'd be
absolutely
so
do that.
fun.
Well, Christian and I have been talking about, and this is something that's a good transition too, is that, you know, the podcast is fun and all that. I think I've just been killing myself with doing every, you know, weekly episodes.
Yeah.
Which has just caused me so much mental just blah, like, you know, and so I think we might go down to you know, twice a month. I don't know. But we're starting to think of ideas for like,
unacceptable.
I know, she's our number one fan. So, dude, as soon as that Friday came around, she's like, why no episode? I was like, I'm sorry.
That's what I listen to on Fridays when I get ready for work.
Her and Camacho, dude, literally at like clockwork, they're like, "Where's the episode?"
Yeah.
But we've been thinking about doing like YouTube videos like that, and I think that'd be awesome. We did make the joke that we were like, "Let's just set up at Teppy Town Lake and interview people." And I was like, "What if we just interview the Teppy Town Lake murderer?"
Dude,
like,
let's just do like a Love Connection episode.
Dude, that'd be so fun.
oh my god! Like, is that what that old show was called?
No, it was called Love Connection.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, "We'll be back in 2 and 2."
Yeah.
One of the
2 and
salesmen
2.
at the dealership that I worked with was on Love Connection in the 90s.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he would pull up the video and be like, or I would do it to help him close his deals.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, did you know he was on Love Connection?
Did you know that there was a guy that was on there? The reason why the show got canceled?
Yeah, the murderer.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I don't think the
just
show
found
was
that.
canceled for that. I know that the girl backed out of the date because she felt he was creepy.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about what was like the Jerry Springer like wannabe that was with the lady. It was a lady host, and she had that guy.
Sally Jesse?
It was like the guy.
No. It wasn't her. It was I know who you're talking about. The guy that said he was really gay
And he had feelings for a straight guy,
And
and
yeah.
the straight guy killed him.
and he killed him.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, on national TV. I wish I knew the name. I'd have you pull it up, but like
He didn't kill him on the show.
no, but it was less than 24 hours later.
He went to his
That's
apartment.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
So
killed him.
the whole thing was that the whole
He confessed his love for him.
yeah, the whole premise was that it was literally just like
Your secret
so,
admirer.
yeah, this guy had a secret admirer that he thought was a woman. It was a man, and not only was it a man, it was his sister's close friend.
Yeah, and so it was on national TV.
And it was on that, and he felt embarrassed, and he was like, and the poor. I mean, I don't want to say poor guy because he's a murderer, but like he was so embarrassed. I mean, he was just like, like I don't know what to say. Yeah, less than 24 hours later, he went to his house and just shot him dead.
Killed him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Like you humiliated me on TV, so
So let's not do that. But I mean, we could do something like
I don't get
that.
to kill nobody.
Yeah, don't
Damn
kill
it.
them. That'd actually be pretty fun. We could like set up and
I
like,
don't know, dude. The murderer aesthetic is kind of on fire with the ladies lately. I've realized.
We could set up like a sheet like this, and I will find contestants, and you just don't get to see them, and we'll do like a 1, 2, 3.
oh my god.
That was the whole point, right? You don't get to see what they look like.
No,
right?
they sit behind like a
Yeah, so-
divider.
so the lady
and then
doesn't-
Christian would ask them questions like, okay, if we were to go out to dinner or if we were going to go here, what would something blah, 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 blah. And then the girl he'd go, okay, contestant number A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. And then they'd each give an answer and he'd like write down, okay, I like number 2's answer. Or I like, and then by the end of the game, he'd be like, okay, I'm more compatible with number 2, 3, or whatever. And then that would be the one he'd go out with.
That would be hilarious.
But
That'd
they,
be so
I
fun.
always like those shows because they always say like sexual innuendos. Like they're always like if we were gonna go out to dinner, what would you want? It's like, well, first of all, I'd want
a hot dog.
Yeah, I'd want like dessert first. And it's like, like you know what I mean? Like there's
I want a foot long.
yeah. So I need to give like a portfolio of you, like a picture, just like, hey, is this guy interesting to you? Like, that'd be pretty
That'd
fun.
be so
That
fun.
would be
I'd
fun.
help you guys with that.
Christian looking for love.
I'll be the host.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun,
We'll do like-
dun, dun, dun.
Dude, yeah, we can get a jingle.
Is that still
Woolery.
recording?
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't want it to cut out because if that cuts out, I'm gonna be so pissed off because we've had so much footage of just like talking to you. This essentially came to a
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Kristen should be on the show.
No, I honestly miss doing this. I not to toot my own horn for a little bit, but like I'm pretty proud of like this whole thing that I got going on. It feels pretty profesh, and Christian's been cool enough to help us out. We've just been looking at like other ways that we can,
Who better to have on than your mama?
You've been talking for weeks, every week, dude, for like the last I would say 3 months. When am I gonna come on? Come on.
It's just fun. I like talking to Jake.
Yeah. Because I'm your oldest, I'm kind of like a son, but I'm also like kind of like a friend,
Like I said the last time, Emily's like, he's your favorite.
I am.
He's not my favorite. He's my first.
I'm your favorite. So
okay.
Yeah, I know I am.
He's my favorite.
Come on, do you have to admit
But
that?
you're not openly saying that he's not your favorite.
No.
She's not openly saying that, see?
Exactly.
It's like
if that's what he believes, that's okay.
Like I know for a fact
I can never pick out of my kids who's my
first
favorite.
of all, I know that your youngest sister is the favorite.
With my parents.
Yes, but I know take her out of the equation, you're the favorite. I know it. Because you're the oldest. You're the oldest. The oldest is always the favorite.
You're the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought your brother was older than you.
No,
he's
Davian's
just
what?
taller than me.
Davian's what? 2 years younger than you? 3 years?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. Yeah.
We're really close in age, but
and then how old is your second?
My other sister is she's 4 years younger than my brother and 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
How's your little sis doing, by the way?
She's good.
Good.
She's completely better, pretty much. Like she just has to watch her blood pressure and stuff like that. But other than that, So my sister had aplastic anemia, which I don't know. Google it. It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But she had that for like a while, and then she did like this experimental thing with like horse steroids or something like that. And she got like kind of chubby and hairy for a couple of years.
That's okay. Hey, you know what? Whatever saves your life.
I used to scare her and tell her that she was turning into a horse.
You're like, how old are you?
Yeah. But no,
God bless her, though. You know what? I watched her little videos. She was making little videos and stuff, and she's so cute. And I remember your mom posting little things on her progress and stuff, and it made me so happy. So I'm glad to hear that she's doing good because she's so cute.
Shout out to my mom on that because it's fucking crazy. Like obviously the hospital and the doctors saved my sister's life.
Yes.
But it was because of my mom, not just because, my mom did the mom thing and took her to the hospital.
Well, it's follow through.
Well,
everything.
No, what happened was so I remember I mentioned the experimental procedure. Mm-hmm. They weren't going to do that for her.
Oh, so your mom,
mom
pushed it.
Argued with their doctor or with her primary care or whatever, and argued with him. She said, what are my other options? If all these other treatments are known not to work, and this is experimental, and it has seen, success in some cases, she's like, do it.
It's like okay, you're telling me my kid's sick, and it's like if it doesn't work, it's
that mother instinct.
Try it.
It's a parent instinct. It's like you. It's like it doesn't matter how much it costs. Like if your son was in jeopardy.
Yeah. And my mom also, she's also in the medical field, so she, I don't know, she has some ins and outs and how certain things work. So she argued with with my sister's doctor for a month or something like that, and then he finally broke.
He's like, I can't fight this lady anymore. She's pushing. But you know what? You think about it. It's like, why would the doctor second guess? That's the stuff that if the mom's like, let's just do it, do it. It's going to save my kid. Mm-hmm. The doctor should put himself in that position and think, if it's your kid, are you going to try it? And so the fact that she pushed that, it just makes your heart melt because it's like.
Yeah,
the mom thing,
Look, I know my mom did the exact same thing, with my kidney surgeries. Mm-hmm. But speaking of cool moms that just do whatever it takes to get their kids better, I will never forget the day when they were like, "I think we're going to need to operate on your son's kidneys." And the first thing my mom says, and I say this with love, the first thing she says is, well, before that, she starts to feel her own back, and she goes. Do you think this could potentially be a hereditary thing? Do you think that I might have anything too? And I'm I look at her as a 10-year-old. I'm like, bitch,
this is about you.
This is about me. But yeah, man. I mean, surgeries and even after, it was
when
hard.
your kid's going through stuff like that. Jake needed a catheter for them to check stuff, and so it broke my heart seeing him at 12 years old. having like 4 grown men hold him to put a catheter in him, and he fought. And I was like, I can't deal with it.
I fought, and then they were so the first time that they came around is I fought because they explained what it was, but I was like, okay, well, I mean,
That's
whatever.
hard.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, But then you feel it.
I heard they hurt.
Yeah, well, when you feel it, you're like, no, and I mean, like, I remember I was really close to just telling them, like, it was an adult like thought. I was just like, this hurts. Like, I can't just sit here.
When you were scared.
And I had no restraints. So I only know this part of the story from the parents that were in there. But what they go is like, okay, we'll be right back. You remember this? They go, drink this. And I was like, yeah, okay. They just roofied me.
Yeah.
And I remember that they came and I was like, let's do it. And I literally blacked out. And like the last thing I remember is them pulling it out. And like I was just peeing a lot. And I remember looking over at my mom and looking over at my stepmom, and both of them were just in hysterics. And I was like, what happened? They were like, dude, we literally watched 4 nurses
fight
just like
a 12-year-old.
the whole, apparently, and I blacked out, but the whole time, even while fucked up, I was just like jerking, and they were just like, it's rough, man.
He had that tard strength.
I was about to,
yeah,
I was about
don't
to
touch my pee-pee.
I was about to break out of that fucking thing. It was rough, man. I mean, even after. I mean,
well, I'm glad your sister's doing good, because I followed that back in the day when that was going on, and my heart felt for her.
I think our moms have just been secret best friends for a long time, because every time, like, I talk about. Like,
well, shit, now I know she likes Morrissey and the Smiths. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think you guys would get along, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, no, every time I go over to their house, she's like, how's your mom? Tell her I said God bless her. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, my mom asked about you.
Her mom's single now. Yeah. His mom's single.
Oh, I mean, even through that whole thing, I mean, like, I just...
I need a wing girl.
Passerby mentioned it, and she was just like, tell her I'm here for her if she wants to call me.
Aww.
And yeah, she's a good mom. Christian has very good parents.
Yeah,
I remember I just like poured my soul out to Christian's dad. It was on your birthday, and who got you that tequila?
The girls.
Yeah, it was like the first time I ever really like drank tequila, and I remember you guys went out to like smoke or whatever, and I was just like to his dad, I was like, I gotta tell you something. I broke the law one time. Like every time
confessing
because his dad is an ex-cop, and so it's just like there's something.
Is he retired already?
Yeah, he's retired.
Really nice. How old's your dad?
72. What's that put him at now? 50?
Same age as you.
50 this year, I
50.
think.
Okay, yeah. Dude, he's young and he retired already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he retired for medical reasons.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully he's doing good.
But I was always that guy. Like every time I went over to Christian's house, I was like, "Is it illegal?" Like I was going to ask him, like, "What if I do this?"
So let's just say I had 12 beers.
Yeah. No, but he has really good parents. That's why I think that's honestly one of the reasons why me and Christian have bonded so well. Is like I think we both grew up with almost similar,
right?
Like just values.
Yeah.
It's like Christian and I argue like we're a married couple all day long. One of my favorite things about me and Christian is that there's times where we get under each other's skin, and Christian does the thing. He goes, "You know what? I'll just talk to you later, man." Like just like my wife,
like you do to me.
Yeah, just whatever, man. I'll talk to you later. But like I think that's honestly like like we're silly and we have like a lot of things in common. But I think that looking at his relationship with his parents and my relationship with my parents, it's just like I think that we kind of like really bonded like a lot.
That's how your siblings feel. Yeah. That's why they say and do what they do with me, because they feel more comfortable with me. Yeah. They feel like you probably do, that when you tell me things, I'm not going to reprimand you or judge you. Yeah. Like the other person will.
So I think it definitely comes with a life lesson. That I know, like when I first hear it, I'm like, oh my God! But I mean, it puts things into perspective, I really, and I really feel for it. I mean, I'm lucky enough to, Christian has 2 parents who are, are still together, and he can go out to any one of them. And I'm lucky enough to have, 3 parents that I can just talk to about no matter what, And it makes you really feel, because I grew up with people who sometimes didn't have any, and so I think that's where I feel a lot more, I guess, privileged in a way, because, I always joke about it, but I really do feel for people that we went to high school with and stuff like that. They're on like their 3rd kid and they're alone. And it's just like all these things that it's like, I cannot believe, because it's silly, but also not. That's like, you guys would have never let me get to there. You know what I mean? Like you kind of guided me, and I didn't do college, but neither did you guys, So, and so like I had good parents that were just kind of like, if you don't want to do this, that's fine. What we don't want to see you be is just a couch surfer.
Right.
And so it's just like we look back when I didn't finish high school on time, which all of my friends love to remind me of, that I didn't finish high school on time.
Yeah, stupid.
You a fucking retard or what?
but
Dummy.
like, but my parents were essentially just like, hey, with respect, you're going to get some kind of degree, or you're going to get the fuck out of my house. And you know, I think that
I will credit your stepdad for that.
Yeah,
because I think that his being a little bit of a ball buster with you, it was hard for me to watch that, but it was good. I think it helped you a lot, you know. So
I don't know, man. I just really feel for people. You know, you were kind of saying that, like, you know, like we watched like some of those videos, and I just see a lot of, you know, broken homes and stuff like that. And I'm just glad that, you know, I really do feel for them, because I think that a lot of kids, and when I say kids, I mean 20-something-year-olds like me. I mean, it's not your fault. I mean,
no,
you know, but I was just lucky enough to just have parents that never made their problems my problems, and I don't know. I think I turned out okay. I'm a little chunky, but you know,
yeah,
I know.
I'm gonna work on that.
I know. That's both of my parents. Both my parents just think I'm super duper fat, which I am.
If you live closer to me, then we'd be going to the gym together.
I don't like going to the gym with people. That's the same thing he says. He says, let's go to the gym together. I don't like relying on
Why,
people.
though?
For the gym. Because as soon as one
that's
person...
your motivation to go. It's like, I gotta go because I'm committed. I'm going to meet my friend there.
But that's the thing. As soon as one person says, oh, I can't make it today, every single situation I've ever been in, it's
then
never
you
again.
go. Because I had 2 friends do that to me recently, and I still went.
Going to the gym?
Yes. Going to the gym.
Good for you.
So it's like,
we got to do something.
You know?
What?
We got to not be so fat anymore, man.
You just said I've been trying to get you to the...
No, I'm just saying us individually.
Okay.
And I actually am. Actually, I've eaten pretty much nothing but salads this whole week.
Oh, well, what about the other...
Are you putting protein in those?
I'm eating... So what I'm doing is I'm like buying just a shit ton of salad and apples, because that's the only way I can tolerate salad is if there's cut up apples in it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Or grapes.
Yeah, something sweet, you know. But so I'll do that, and then when I go to restock the salad, like to the store, I usually try to go like before noon, because the store that I go to has like hot lunches there, and I just grab one of like the little like a la carte like spicy chicken sandwiches, and I'll have that like twice a week, and then salads for the rest of the week.
Yeah, that's good. You need to start doing that. I mean,
salads are gross.
I started my smoothies again. I put my beets in it, my collagen. I eat my apple cider vinegar.
This
vitamins,
is actually the first.
And then I have these at night.
This is the first. Honestly, me and Allie did a whole week of no sugar, and my goal right now is just dietary. Just I want to try to no more soda. I want to try that, and then once I get the sugars out of drinks, you know, without you splurge a little bit. These are only 2 grams of sugar, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I literally, if you look at my history right now, I literally put up what booze does not have sugar in it, and it's like that's like the main ingredient.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Good
it's
luck.
like fuck. So you
especially beer.
Well, then I thought, okay, well, I'll just smoke more weed. But what happens when I smoke weed is I'm just going to eat 9 tons of fucking tortilla chips.
That's hard.
Yeah. So it's just I needed something. So my dad, as Mr. Fitness as he is, he's like the biggest fan of just don't kill yourself,
right?
Enjoy. It's just like if you're gonna get a large fry and a double cheeseburger, get a regular cheeseburger and a small fry instead of a Coke. Just either get like an unsweet tea or like a water, and so that's the stuff that I need to work on.
I'm the opposite of that, because I'm like I need to eat a lot when I eat. I don't know why. So like if I get a small burger or something like that, I'm gonna be hungry, like hungrier after. So, like, what I've been doing with the salad, I bought 2 big, like, fucking fuck-off bags of salad, and I just eat a shit ton of salad until I'm
But you
full.
need to, what people sit there and they say, they're like, oh, it costs too much to eat good. Fast food is cheaper, it's more convenient,
right?
And vegetables and stuff are more expensive. No, they're not. And I'm going to tell you what I put in my salads, I put sunflower seeds, I put garbanzo beans, I put cucumbers, tomatoes, a little bit. I don't like a lot of cheese, but a little bit of cheese. I put all kinds of stuff in there for texture. Like you said, apple. I'll put like walnut or something to add like a crunch. Like it's more of than just lettuce.
There's all these tingles running up and down my nipples.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
like
like it's more, and then some chicken. Obviously, you can buy a rotisserie chicken, fucking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think
anyway,
I think it's just being lazy. I mean, that's just
right.
It's easier to just go do a drive-through.
But it's not.
Well, my biggest thing right now is that we're gonna have to wrap up soon. But like, my biggest thing is that I know.
You're gonna cut me off?
I know what.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
I know that like in the morning I'm gonna feel like absolute dog shit. but like I still do it, and that's when I realized that's just like all this bad eating stuff. It's a fucking addiction. It really is. You know, like because I know what the ramifications are, but I still do it. So you know, we've been really good about not eating out. You know, I'm trying. I honestly, like, I don't hate water. Or like I drink black coffee now. Like anything I can do to avoid sugar, because I already feel like, because a Christian, I already feel like I'm pre-diabetic now. So it's like I want to go check that shit out. You know.
Well, I'll tell you,
he stopped eating sugar, and then he said he just couldn't stay awake just throughout the day. I'm like, you might be diabetic.
I lost a lot of weight because of a bad situation, but I'm glad I lost the weight.
Yeah.
And like, I'm still only, I would say I'm still like 17 pounds lighter than I was, and I feel great. And now that I'm going to the gym, I don't care that I'm 50. I feel good.
Well, you look good.
And I'm going to look better.
Yeah.
And
you know, most of my viewer content when you're on is males, and it's usually friends I went to high school with. So think yourself lucky for that.
Well, you know what? The whole point is that I'm not going to let my age define me. I'm still going to work out. I'm feeling really good, and I'm eating good.
I'm very proud of you, and I know that it's been a tough situation, you know, for you, but you're looking fantastic. And I guess if we're going around for thanks, I want to, you know, I think that it's good that me and Christian found something that we can do together that's somewhat productive, and we can still have our fun. And you're starting to put a little bit of weight back on, and you're recovering. I think what the whole epicenter of this podcast is that it's just like there's always kind of like a silver lining kind of thing.
There is
things that you always, you know, don't be too harsh on yourself. There are always things that you do need to work on, but I don't think that should be the end of the world. And when it's, you know, when you're feeling bummed about life, or, you know, and I say bummed very, very, you know, casually, because I mean, that doesn't compare to what a lot of people are going through. I think that as long as you find some kind of end, then there's always a positive thing to that, you know, whether it be, you know, recovering through something very traumatic, or even something as silly as, you know, like I've been telling Christian for the last 2 weeks, I need to do something, and we need to record something, you know. Playing 40K is fun, but I need to feel some kind of productiveness, you know. And I think eventually, if you just don't let the bad vibes kind of control your life, I think eventually it really does get better.
I'm really trying, and I think I'm doing great. And I know that when you plan something for Christian, I need to be there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely have to do that. We're gonna probably go ahead and cut it here. Mom, I'm so glad that you were free to kind of welcome us back to the YouTube world. And this was
Sexy feet, by the way.
Don't miss another week.
I know. We'll keep going. And I know Allie's long overdue for an episode. People have been asking me, where's Allie at? I promise she's here. She's just been really busy with work and stuff like that. But Mom, I love you so much. It was awesome to have you on. Christian,
stay tuned for Poor Porno.
Christian, thank you so much for the help as always. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your night, and take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
If you like what you heard, tap into their Instagram and Twitter. The information's right below with their email.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy.
Be sure to log into the channel by subscribing and check out the previous episodes. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new one. We out for now.